Welcome back. Let's look at your market news now. Electricity Minister Dr Kgosientsho Ramokgopa has lauded interventions at the Kusile power station, which he says have led to the rapid generation of electricity. This as Eskom's energy availability factor, or the EAF, has now breached the 70% mark for the very first time in years and is currently standing firmly at 70.78%. The minister gave a briefing at the Kusile power station out in Mpumalanga, also revealing that unplanned outages have reduced by 4,400 megawatts since the 26th of April 2024 due to extensive maintenance. Now, the country has seen 47 days without load shedding, and the minister says this is as a result of consistent performance. SABC News Economics reporter Katlego Legodi has more.
Electricity Minister Dr Kgosientsho Ramokgopa drawing a positive outlook in terms of how Eskom has been faring over time. This as he gives us an update on the energy availability factor through the Energy Action Plan that is well into 2 years of existence now. The minister just giving us this briefing here at the Kusile power station in Mpumalanga. This is one of those power stations that has been problematic, but we hear the minister just giving a beautiful picture, or a rosy picture, in terms of the interventions that have been happening over time through one station after the other, one of those being Kusile power station, that we hear that it is now graduated and it's now giving us the energy that is well needed here. I'm going to bring into the conversation now Mr. Shunmagum, who's joining us from Eskom, who'll just more or less give us a sense of indeed this positivity that the minister has been talking about now. We've seen that Kusile has really turned the corner in terms of graduating from the priority 6 power stations. We're seeing most of those energies and just the megawatts coming through from these power stations, and we see him today just taking us through this process right here on the ground in Mpumalanga. Welcome to the SABC. Give us a sense of where we find ourselves, especially starting from where we are right now, Kusile.
No, thank you very much, Katlego. I think as you've heard in the briefing, Kusile a year ago didn't have the 3 units. Since the units have come in online, today I can report that Kusile is sitting at close to 93% availability. We've got Kusile 5 that actually becomes into commercial operation at the end of June, and then towards the end of the year, towards September, October, we should have Kusile 6. So having 6 units generating its capacity, I think bodes well for the system. And I think the general change in the leadership, the PSGM has brought in a new dynamic, very visible, knows the plant, very experienced, and I think together with what started last year, with the appointment of the board, the support of the shareholder, and then the appointment of leadership, the GE, and then the displacement of competent PSGMs at the various stations that were critical and highlighted as the top 6, I can tell you we are seeing that benefit. And just for context, when you look at Kusile, you look at Medupi, you look at Matla, you look at Majuba, these stations that were problematic are actually now delivering, which bodes well. And now the focus is in the last 2 months, we've displaced, got a new PSGM at Kendal. We're actually off to Kendal from here. We're already starting to see very early positive signs at Kendal, and I'm also very hopeful with Tutuka, with the appointment of Bruce Moyo there, that by the end of May, end of June, we should see then more units. So there's this general, I think, in terms of plant performance, we're seeing good recovery, good EAF, and even in terms of capacity, we're trending over 32,000 in terms of capacity. The other 2 elements, I think, when you look at plant, we know what we must fix, we know where we must fix and how to fix. The issues around processes and governance, once again, a lot of effort coming from the shareholder, from our board, as well as then National Treasury, in helping us, unlock some of those lethargic processes on the procurement side. The funding issue has been given, so the enablers has actually helped. The last dimension is on people, and now we're putting a lot of focus on people to ensure the right people are at the right place. We've started some of the programs, training programs, the development programs. We'll measure these to ensure that the outcomes we see as a benefit in the performance.